Living Young Country Girl here, and I'm going to be sharing with you guys our morning basket loop schedule kind of that we do. We have this little basket here that we will take with us when we go in the morning, and we just hop on the couch and we kind of go through it. So I'm going to go through and show you what all we have in here. We have quite a few books, and the reason I kind of call it a loop schedule is because we don't do all of these every single day. We kind of have different ones that we do kind of as we want to. We kind of go through different ways, We do actually also have our handwriting in here, because a lot of times when I'm doing the Bible, which is something we do every day, they will do their handwriting while I do that. So we have some notebooks or some clipboards. They can just stick them on the clipboards, and then they can start their handwriting, and we start with Bible. But even Bible, we kind of go through and do different things. If we're in a little more of a hurry, we do the Jesus Calling 365 devotionals. If you guys saw my curriculum picks for last year, this was in that, and we are still using it. It's such a great little quick devotional, just cuts right to the point. It's kind of one of those things, like I said, if it's one of our shorter mornings and we need to get stuff done a little bit quicker, sometimes we'll skip handwriting and we'll just do our quick devotions. Other times we just do quick devotions and dive right into our reading book while they finish their handwriting. So it just kind of depends what we feel like that day. So this is one of our options that we can do in our kind of loop schedule for that. We also have, this is just one that I printed online from Confessions of a Homeschooler, and it was a character study. I don't know if this is still free. I've had this for years, and it goes through talking about different characters, building different characters, gentleness, diligence, content, just all the great, characters that you want to have in your child. So it goes through and has a little devotional, and it's actually set up for a day by day. Let's see, I think it goes 4 days, if I'm not mistaken. It's 4 days long. Yeah, it's 4 days long. So it goes through, it has like the little day one, what you're going to do. It has a memory verse, kind of what you're going to talk about, a story to read in the Bible, and you just add some questions and stuff. So it's a really nice way to kind of just help teach your kids some of the godly characters that you want them to have. So sometimes we'll pull from this and we'll do one of those. And then usually when we have a story that we're going to read that goes along with it, we love the Illustrated Family Bible Stories. This is a great book for going through and reading about it. What I love also about it is it's not necessarily like written like Bible. It's written in a story, but it kind of gives you the reference as to where in the Bible you would find it. So if we're reading like the story of Joseph, it said it was from Genesis 1 and 2. Well, I just went here and I looked for the story of Joseph, which has like the index, where you can look and see. And then it shows that it actually was from Genesis 1 and 2. So we read that. And then the other great thing is it has these wonderful little like history like things in the corners that kind of talk about like what things were, how things were back then. So it's like a little mini history lesson as well. So sorry, my camera was getting fuzzy there. So it's really great because we're getting Bible and we're getting history. So I really, really love this, using this to read our Bible stories from, because it just kind of takes a huge story and condenses it down really simple for the kids to comprehend, as well as kind of like learn about some of the stuff. So we love using this. So if it references a certain Bible story, like our first one was talking about arguing and contention, and it was like Joseph and his brothers, and it came from Genesis 37. So I went and looked for Genesis 37 in there and just read that story. They didn't want me to stop reading, so we kept reading the story. They finished their handwriting, and I just kept reading. So it's written in a really good way to just like really draw the kids in. So we love using that. So that's kind of like our Bible loop schedule. We just kind of go through and read from one of those options. It's not the same every day. It's kind of whatever we feel like. And then we have our like just mom reading time, and right now we're reading Whirlwind, which is a really cute story. It's a sequel to The Shadow Horse, and it's about a little girl who's trying to solve a mystery about this horse that she thinks died, and how she goes about trying to find the horse to prove that the guy was pulling a scam and the horse isn't really dead and he's just a bad person. So it's a really cute book, and because it's kind of like a mystery-ish novel, the kids really enjoy reading it and they want me to continue reading it as well. And so that's really awesome. It is a pretty long book and it's pretty small print. So it's a little bit more than what my kids are really up for reading, but it's really been fun to read. And then we have like some of these books from Osborn Books, and I absolutely love that we can read it and it's written in such a cute little way that, you know, they can learn about different characters like Christopher Columbus. I want more of these. The girl who I go to for my Osborn Books is looking to see whatever the ones they have in the series, because I really want to get more of them because they're such great little books to kind of just read through as well. And again, it's written in a really nice story form, but then it also, you know, is a great history lesson, just like a little mini history lesson. So that's kind of like, you know, we kind of pick from those. And then we have, right now we've been doing, if you've ever seen these are, I don't know if they even make them anymore, the Highlights Top Secret Adventures. And what it is you actually open it up and there is this wonderful little book in here, and you go through and you try to solve a mystery. So it has like your little mission. You have to decode what you need to do. And then you go through and you read this little book. And this book is going to tell you what you need to do, like, you know, what you need to solve and figure out and how to, you know, solve the riddle. And as it goes through, it has these spots like here where it talks about page, you know, 9, it has all these different things. Well, that correlates with this book. And this book is the Guide to Britain. And so this is going to help them learn about Britain and Great Britain and see, kind of like learn about different things about Great Britain. And as they're doing it, they have to listen, because what I'm reading is going to solve one of the riddles in here. And so then they have to put the answer in there, and then eventually they'll figure it out. So we've been working on this for about a week now. They're narrowed it down from 6 suspects. We're down to 4 suspects. And as you continue through the mission, it eliminates, you know, different people that it wouldn't be. So it's a really cool little way to kind of learn about different places. We have one for China, for Australia, and for Costa Rica as well. So this is another one that in the morning when we do it, I do it last because they'll just want to keep going on it. But these are great little things. I ordered them as a monthly subscription, and I'm trying to say they were like $14.95 a piece. And like I said, I got a few of them, and then I stopped it because we weren't going through one a month. So until we finish through, I'm not going to start it up again. But I absolutely love this way of just kind of getting the kids interested, having fun, and learning about different places. So really great thing. That's the Highlights Top Secret Adventures. And if I can get links, I'll put links down below to these things where I got them from. And now this is the Math Start books. I did a review on this. If you want to see more detailed review, you can go to my curriculum list and you can see this. The Math Start books are absolutely amazing. There's different ones that kind of are a story and they teach you math lessons along the way. So we'll kind of like, this one's Double the Duck, so it talks about, you know, counting in doubles. And they love this one, the Monster Musical Chairs, and you know, you're learning about subtraction and stuff. So they absolutely love these. They're a little bit young for my daughter, but you know, for my son, he loves to read them and go through, you know, so we will sometimes read those. Sometimes I'll just pull those out for me and him to do on our own versus doing it with my daughter, but if we want to do it together, we can. And then I actually got these books too, and I don't even remember where I got them from, but there's a whole bunch of them. It's a walk in the desert, a walk in the tundra, a walk in like all the different kind of environments that you can walk in. And since we are in a desert environment, although we don't have any cactus like this, but since we are technically in a desert, I thought this would be a fun one to start with. And it goes through again, it kind of teaches you about a desert and what to expect in the desert and just special characteristics about a desert, animals of the desert, plants of the desert, you know, just that kind of stuff. So it's really neat, and they enjoy reading it, kind of learning about, you know, what they see. We also have the World Atlas, and this goes through again and just kind of, you can pick, you know, about different things, and you can actually look on it, how world trades, world food, world energy. It talks about the different, you know, Mexico, Central America. So we can kind of pick a page if they, you know, want to kind of flip through it while I'm looking at something else, and they can say, okay, we want to read about this, you know, so they'll go through and they'll read about, you know, pick a page that they want to read, a country they want to learn more about, and they can do that. So that's really great, as well as we have one that's just for, this is Osborn Books again, Osborn Books, whatever it's called. This one is just about the North, about, you know, the United States of America, and it goes through and talks about, I'm dropping it, the different states and kind of things about them. So again, this is kind of like a great way for them just to kind of learn. So what we like to do is kind of in In this category, they pick one, from one of these 3 books. So we'll read about one thing in one of these books, and one day my son can pick, one day my daughter can pick, so, or, you know, vice versa, like they can switch off which subject they're going to pick. So they get to pick a story out of here, like which book they want to read. And then the math ones, like I said, generally I do these by myself with my son. They're just a little bit, you know, a little bit much for my daughter as far as, you know, a little too small. Then we like to do this all together. And then they will pick, like I said, right now we're reading Whirlwind. So whatever one we want to go after that, we'll go ahead and do. And then we pick out of the devotionals one of these 3 devotionals. So that's kind of how we do our morning basket. It really just covers kind of some about geography. It's a really big one because we have history, but we don't really have a geography study unit. So I like the fact that we've been able to incorporate the geography into our morning basket, and it's helped, you know, with just being able to, you know, enjoy the morning basket time. And it feels less stressful in the afternoon when we are trying to get our other schoolwork done, because we've already got this chunk done. We've done reading, we've done some geography, we've done our Bible, we've done our handwriting. So when we come to do school in the afternoon, then it's kind of like the core subjects we're working on. So we like doing it this way. I will show you guys my curriculum video that's going to go through everything that we have chosen to do, our core subjects, and that will be coming up here very soon. And we also have some amazing giveaways for some curriculum. So I encourage you guys to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, hit that bell notification so that way you don't miss those curriculum videos and our wonderful giveaway with some amazing curriculum. I've partnered up with an amazing company, and I'm so excited to be giving away this curriculum. So I encourage you guys to turn on that notification, subscribe, give this a thumbs up so you don't miss it, because I am so excited. I wanted to actually do it today, but I was still waiting for like the go ahead from the company as far as they have to approve my video and everything first. So I'm still waiting for that. But as soon as it's approved, I'm going to schedule it. We're going to get it on the calendar, and it'll be ready for you guys, and you guys don't want to miss it because this is a big one. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope you guys have a beautiful, blessed day. Bye.